Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Peace and Happiness to the road. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver this latest timeless collective channel message from the download series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions of it. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts and how to get your own answers on my website, located in the title of this live. Raw, real, unedited, uncut, deprogrammed, sugar-free broadcast, because the only thing I'm sugarcoating around here is these nails. So we've just pulled your alpha and omega messages. We pulled them first, we'll read them last. I've got a few oracle decks here I wanted to pull from, and we're going to get right into that. What is the download message today? Shout out to Malibu, our first commenter for the live session. I also see Janine. My laptop was tripping, so I'm live on my phone today, which means I was not able to set it for subscribers only. So if we get anything weird in the comments, that's what that's about. But let's see, what's the download message today? If we get new ones, welcome to the channel. Returning ones, you know I love seeing your face. What is the download message today from the Divine Abundance Oracle cards? First off, this one wants to come out. It says companionship. Okay, companionship. And it says, giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. If they don't appreciate the gift of your presence, then gift them your absence, and then they'll see the value that you had when you were there. I heard the bottom of the deck is love. Okay, it says divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. Love is going to cause you to make different choices than most people would expect from you, I heard. Yeah. Because when you really know love, you understand that the feeling of love that you feel for another is an indicator that source is in it. Yeah. In church, they taught us that God is love. If God is love, then when you feel love, it's not about the person, it's about God in it. And so one of the things that we've channeled through this through source since so long ago was, just because you feel love, it doesn't mean that's your forever. It could be your for right now. It could be somebody who's meant to have a specific conversation with you or connect you with someone or something else. It doesn't always mean that's your forever. So do yourself a favor in life. Try to detach from the idea that because your heart gets stirred, it means, oh my God, you're my forever. This has saved me a lot of unnecessary heartbreaks. But it's also taught me a lot of lessons, because it makes me look at, when I feel that attraction to somebody, that there's a reason for this companionship that's showing up. What's the purpose in it? And then being open to it may be other than what you would I heard egotistically choose for yourself. It could be different than what you thought. Yeah. But be open, because there is the divine energy in that to teach us something. So I received this new deck last night, yesterday afternoon, but I had been so busy that I didn't have a chance to get into it until now. It's the spiritual news. Thank you so much, Malibu, for contributing this to our channel for all of us to use. Let's pull a card from this new deck and see. It's actually very beautiful. I love it. And what is the download message for us today? See, what do we have? What do we have for the love and peace and happiness? Tribe and then download energy today. Now, remember, this is a timeless message. So whenever you find it, it's by divine design, meaning there's something going on and you need this message now. Some of you are with me live. That's great. This is for you right now. Some of you are going to find this in yours. Some of you who are live right now are going to circle back to this message later. And if you're looking for a message, it's always great to scroll through the videos. Which one does your spirit like? Push that one, push that one. You'll find what you need there. If you want your personal answers, you can go ahead and make that purchase, and I'll dedicate that time, for you to receive your message. So, spiritual news messages. This just in. Spirit is encouraging you to keep going. Life has its lessons, but don't let it discourage you. Whenever life seems to not go as you expected, Don't count it as a fail. Remember that His Spirit is guiding you through it all. Yes. And this feels a lot like what we just talked about, love. So many times we've been confused because that feeling of love makes us think that that's somebody we're supposed to hold on to. You're supposed to be with me. You're my partner. You're mine forever. No, it means God's in it for you for the moment. So just because it doesn't go the way you think it will. And this applies to things and people and situations and experiences. It's there for a reason. Your job is to discover what is the reason in it for you. There's a purpose for everything happening under the sun. And your willingness to accept that purpose is going to make your path a lot smoother. What's at the bottom of the deck? This just in. Spirit wants you to focus on your health at this time. Increase your daily exercise and your intake of your fruits and veggies. This will help you add vitality to your immune system and your body. They're talking purely on the physical level. Some of you have been going through that, craving a vegetarian diet, craving to be a fruitarian or something else like that. Some of you have been dedicating yourself to that workout at the gym. That's all good and fine. But when I read that, because of the way I work, I don't work from physical first. I work from spiritual first. So spiritual first is, what is it that you're taking in spiritually? Is it truly nourishing? Is it truly healthy? Is it truly uplifting? We want to make sure our spiritual diet is on point first. Are you feeding your spirit? Your body is going to, your physical world will always respond to your spirit. So your spirit needs to be on. Nourish and honor the spirit. You need to exercise your spirit daily. You could have been guided to really focus on that recently. Um, Eating spiritually healthy things. Even lately, years ago when I started learning this stuff, I was really stuck on certain teachers that I like to listen to because they came through and confirmed what spirit had shown me. And so I found in recent times, like, there's been a strong desire to revisit what the teachers have been putting out. So is this about you getting in tune with your favorite teachers? Who are your favorite teachers? Uh, are you into Abraham like me? Do you listen to Cryon? Do you listen to Joe Dispenza? Are you a Louise Hayes? What do you listen to? What speaks to your soul? Make sure you're feeding your soul healthy, just like you feed your body healthy. If you get stuck on working purely from the physical, you're missing the spiritual, which is the source of all in physical. So I'm not saying don't go to the gym or eat what you feel is healthy for you. Mind you, your healthy might not be the same healthy for somebody else. Somebody else needs all that meat and you don't. Somebody here, you know what I'm saying? Either way, make sure you're feeding your spirit, not just the body, right? Make sure you're exercising your spirit, not just the body, as a message is coming through there. So next, I want to pull something from the Heart's Hidden Secrets Oracle cards. See what else is going on in this energy for us for today's download. So excited to be here. So thankful and grateful to have you here with me. I love the growth on the channel. What were you doing when your notification came through and you stopped what you were doing so you could honor the feeding of your spirit? Because, here we give you a nice hearty entree. So many of you have told me you fall asleep while listening to the messages. Yeah, you're receiving a healing. And Spirit has just said again, what I heard was that my voice is got very healing tones in it, and it's not because of the sound of it, it's because the energy that's coming through. And so some of your bodies are responding to that, and that's why you get sleepy. You have that big old meat and potatoes spiritual feed in here, and then you get the itis. That's okay. All right, let's see, what do we have? Somebody here, you've been listening to the channel while you fall asleep with the intention. That's beautiful. And if it's not this, some of you are doing like solfeggios and binaural beats and all that type of stuff. That's awesome. Taking over your own programming is super empowering. What do we have from the Heart's Hidden Secrets? This is hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. Where have you been feeling this energy? Where have you been feeling hopeless? Because the fact that it feels so negative is a clear indicator that your spirit, your future self, your higher self, source, God, the universe doesn't agree with your point of view. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. When it feels ultra low vibrational, like hopelessness, your perspective is something out of alignment with what really is. So don't get discouraged because seems like things didn't go the way you wanted to. Maybe it's about companionship, right? It's at the bottom of the deck. Abandoned. Abandoned. Nobody loves me. Nobody wants me. Just left out, walked away cold. They didn't love me. They weren't there for me. You abandoned me, and all that type of energy here. Yeah, if you've been feeling so, somebody in your shadow energy, you're feeling hopelessness about something that didn't work out coming out in love, and they're saying, nah, it was for your betterment. It was better for you. You may not have seen how that's true yet, but you will. Give it some time. Don't give up. No, the spirit was working in your favor the whole time. Let's pull some more on this energy from the yin yang oracle. What do you have for the download today? What do we have? Yeah, somebody here on the shadow side, you could be feeling very much like, fuck, it never works out. Okay. Like, I give my love, I give my companionship, it don't work out. Some of you were hoping it was going to turn into love, but it was never meant to be love and romance. It was meant to be companionship. Let that be okay. Let that be okay. Yeah. And I heard this because the action card fell out. As soon as I put it back into the deck, I heard that it's because you wanted a certain outcome of action. Okay. You had a strong expectation of a certain action. Okay, let me see what do we have? Reunion, soul ties. Reunion, soul ties. This is about connecting to your own soul. Somebody, if you thought it was about you connecting to your ex, it's time for you to go meditate on Ariana. Her name is Ariana, not Adriana. Thank you. Next. Yeah, that's something you need to like think about those lyrics because that's the energy you're really looking for. Yeah, see, storm, unexpected. So there's something here that has happened, took you by surprise. You never thought that they were going to leave you. You never thought they were going to abandon you. You thought they'd be by your side forever. Uh-huh. And this was about love. This is somebody you loved. It didn't have to be romantic. This could be in a family member or a friend, you know. Honestly, I can't even lie. Like what's coming to my intuition, they want me to talk a little bit about is my sister feels like I abandoned her. She does. But I don't know, you know, if you've been watching the channel, you know, I haven't talked to my sister in many years, at least 5 years. And the thing of it is, even if she feels abandoned by me, at the end of the day, because I'll be spying on her Facebook, so I see what she's up to here and there. I know that she's doing better now. And it has a lot to do with the fact that I wasn't there enabling her. So sometimes is it that you're feeling bad about leaving somebody because you know you have to move forward, keep going in life, you know, you've given you're now giving your complete attention to something else because your spirit has called you. Yeah, you had to take action of something because of the love that you have for somebody. Sometimes when you leave somebody it's because you love them. They may not see it that way, but you'll know it if you're guided to it. Yeah, you will. Okay, let me see from the sacred signs and symbols what's the message for today's download. And I'm feeling like I need to go get another deck that I'm being shown. Healing. Look at this. I love balance and alignment. This is a message for you. Yeah. The healing stones. It's about being in alignment. And so that's the thing that came out when I did the English and Spanish here on YouTube, the little shorts for the day. It talked a lot about being in alignment with your decision. And this has been huge in my personal experience. Like part of me wants to say yes, part of me wants to say no. This has actually been coming a lot with my daughter who's grown and has her own children, right? Before I say yes, I have to make sure I'm in alignment with it because part of me wants to say yes, part of me wants to say no. Sometimes that alignment you're looking for and that choice that you need to make is coming with a little bit more information. So at the bottom of the deck, you have the smoke grenade, sabotage, explosion, smoke. Something blew the fuck up. Something was disruptive, damaging, and it now is a need to find some balance behind that. Yeah, it's a need to bring balance in where the balance had been disturbed. Yeah, the balance had been disturbed. Now it's time to bring the balance in, uh, bring in a different energy into the situation so you can find the alignment with what you're doing. You want the alignment with what you're doing. So let's see what now the straight no chaser oracle deck wants to add to our message. Okay, another oracle deck that we received here. What's the message? These ones are a little bit hard to shuffle because they're not cut to exact size, but they went well today. So what's the message? Work on loving yourself more. Yes, it's like my friend Blue been saying, more me, less them. This should be your mantra right now. Am I in alignment? More me, less them. What do I need? What do I require right now? Which path is going to be the path of alignment for me? You keep worrying about, well, they're going to feel this way, they're going to feel that way. Yeah, but how are you going to feel? How are you going to feel? What's at the bottom of the deck? If you can't deal with your problems, seek professional help. Is it? Oh, snap. Okay, because we were just talking about my sister. Like, that's one of the things that I felt like the help she needs, I can't give her. Because every form of help that I tried to give her, it didn't work. It was just an enabling. The energy continued. And it's like, I don't know if she ever went and sought professional help, but I did try to seek professional help before I gave up. I put us in family counseling and all of that, looking for some professional help. Somebody here, you've tried professional help, and at the end of the day, you can't help them. You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So you can't do it for them. You can't make them do it. You can't make them choose healing. You can't make them choose wholeness. You can't make them choose peace, happiness, love, or satisfaction, huh? You can't make them choose nothing. It's their choice. Likewise, you can't sit up here and make somebody else responsible for those feelings for you. Love and peace and happiness and joy and satisfaction, or pain or misery or sadness or depression. Whatever you're feeling, like you can work, you can try to attribute to them, and maybe they can come in and influence you to feel different for a moment. But it ultimately, at the end of the day, whether they come in or don't, how they treat you or don't, all has to do with your choice of them, your choice for you. If it's a choice for of them, it should be a choice for you. Choosing another should never make you violate or disrespect yourself. Get that one in there. Choosing another should never be an act of disrespect to self. You know what I'm saying? You and especially if you would tell your friend, "Oh, girl, I don't think you should do that. That's a bad idea." Well, then you should think about that for yourself. Would you, if you were your friend, would you tell you to go down that path? Look at that a little bit more. So I have the Hermetic Tarot here. It's one of my older decks that I purchased myself. I freaking love this one, and I wanted to share here with you today. So we're going to get a tarot message now to go with all these oracle cards we have on the table. And let's see what we have for the download today. So excited to be here with you guys. OMG. Okay. All right. So past energy. What was the situation in the past, please and thank you? Past situation. What was it? It was the Six of Cups. It was the past. It was you returning back to the past, missing someone from the past. Um, it was you looking at childhood memories, childhood issues. Some nostalgia was setting in. You went back to a past lover. You went back to a hometown. You went back to a situation that was, whether that was in the physical or in your mind, you kept going back to it. Whether that was because you were feeling the emotions about the past. Somebody here, you've been going through some emotions. I heard you been crying. And then I hear Mary J. Blige talking about, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna shed no tears. Okay, well, if that is you, then it's like, listen, you may not have understood exactly why, but there was something about your past. Now, here's one thing that Spirit showed me too in my journey of self development and evolution. It's like the same way it came in is the same way it's gonna go out. So if when it happened originally, you were bawling and crying your head off, then it looks like when it's happening to leave your energy, to stop holding it in your energy, when it gets energy in motion, which is emotion, then it's going to come out and it's going to make you cry again. Ain't that about a beat? I know. But if you're consciously aware that every time you're crying, you're releasing emotional stress that you've been carrying, it's going to have you look at those crying moments a little bit differently. I know it had me like, okay, let's ball this out then. I'm just going to cry as hard as I can. And it's like the more that I went into the feeling when I had it, accepted it for what it was doing from what Spirit showed me, it's like the crying spells got really, really short. And honestly, the last time I had a good ball, it only lasted like 2 minutes. I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh my God, this is so bad. Okay. So in the past, you had the Six of Cups. In the current energy, what's the message? So you were working on your past. You were working on childhood issues. You were working on abandonment issues is coming up, because abandonment issues is what'll keep having you run right back to your past. Like, I can't leave them, or they can't leave me. You got to stay here. All that type of stuff comes up. What is the current energy? What you working on now? What you're working on now is the Eight of Pentacles. Things that you can build up long-term investments, things that are stable, things that are steady, the things that work. It's called the Lord of Prudence. This is about dedicated effort. I have one deck that calls it dedicated effort. Yeah. So with the dedicated effort, putting in your energy to things that are working. In other words, we're not enabling people anymore. If it's working, then we'll go ahead and build you up. Now, hold on a second. What's the best thing that you could build up that's going to work? Yourself. Yes, work on loving yourself more. You're putting into practice the things you've learned about loving yourself more. This is building you up. This is building up your energy. I love this for you. Yeah, you're like, okay, I found what works. I'm going to keep doing that. That feels better. When I stopped doing that and I started doing this, I started feeling better. This is you in that physical gym, in that spiritual gym, in that mental gym, in that emotional gym. You're in a gym. You're working out. Work, 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 work. Yeah. She works hard for the money. Yeah, and it's not about the money. It's about that energy. You're working hard to build up a specific energy. And for some of you, that energy that you're building up is going to turn into money, honey. It's going to turn into love, honey. It's going to turn into great experiences, honey. I mean, if you keep building up this energy where the frequency and the vibration feels high, you're going to find yourself in this magical flow. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. It's like your spirit is screaming that at you right now. Like, let's go right on this fantastical voyage. You keep your vibes high and watch what shows up for you. That's what I'm hearing. Let's see what's the hidden blessing up in this energy while you're at work. Okay, what is the hidden blessing in this energy? Is the Five of Swords. Anything that is counterproductive, cross current to what works for you is going to be highlighted, and that's going to feel like this is a blessing. Yes, it's a blessing, because if you don't know, you can't do nothing about it, and it's still working in your energy. So, Five of Swords, the hidden blessing is self-sabotage. I literally see some of you are going to be very aware of where you've self-sabotaged yourself from your own thoughts, from the things you say, from the things you've been worried about, stuff like that. That's going to come up for you. And when it comes up for you, this could be something you cry about. This is something that's coming up for release. This is something that's coming up for your empowerment. If you know better, you do better. In order to know better, you got to see what's not working. Yeah, for some of you, the hidden blessing, you're starting to realize that no matter what I try to do for them, it doesn't work. It never works. It never works. Okay, then you're going to stop doing it. That's going to be great for you. That's going to be empowering for you. That's going to feel like freedom. Freedom. Whoa, freedom. Yeah, that's what I heard. Okay, let me see what's the challenge. What's your big difficulty? What's the challenge you're having? The Knight of Cups. Spirit keeps trying to tell you. Spirit keeps trying to tell you that you're doing what you ought to do. They keep trying to show you your big challenges. You may be saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm in tune with my intuition. I feel like my intuition is leading me wrong. You're reading it wrong. Remember, when it feels like crap, that's because it's shit flush. So you got, and a lot of times it's not about a physical thing. The flushing has to do with an action you're taking. It has to do with the thought you keep repeating. Sometimes it does definitely have to do with a person or a situation you keep entertaining, but you're having difficulty hearing spirit. So they're saying with this guidance will be just give yourself, I'm hearing 10 minutes, 10 minutes, sit in silence. Somebody's like, I always fall asleep during meditation. I can't meditate. My mind just goes crazy and oh my God, I can't do it. And I'm like, yes, you can. Listen to the air conditioner. Listen to the sound of your breathing. And if you fall asleep, you probably needed to fall asleep. And that's okay. It's okay to fall asleep during meditation. Don't trip. Just sit. Just sit or lay. You don't have to sit up. You can lay down. I personally like laying down a lot. Like 90% of the time I do meditation. If you can't seem to focus your mind, then they're saying try a guided meditation. Try a guided meditation where you're listening to somebody coach you through meditation. That's okay too. But your big challenge has been to hear spirit, to receive that guidance. And some of you saying, no, my big challenge is that people don't love me. People are rude. I'm tired of bumping into all these rude fucking people and blah, blah, blah. Keep telling that story and watch how many more you bump into today. Spirit says there's plenty of nice, loving people, but you've got to be in vibrational alignment with that. You've got to have your tuner set to that. You got to be put on that channel. Just like you can't hear these messages I'm giving if you ain't on the LPHtarot channel here on YouTube. Like, you got to be on the right platform and the right channel to receive the love, which is saying, are you in the right platform and right channel in your life to receive the love? Some of you are looking for love in all the wrong places. I've looked for love in all the, hold on, and the bottom of the bottle is always dry. Yeah, some of y'all keep looking for somebody to give you love and they just can't. They literally do not have the capacity. Some of you been looking for love and appreciation. I need love and affection. If you need love and affection and you're not getting it, that's because you're allowing a situation where you know you're not getting it. Okay. Maybe you need to change your situation. Maybe you need to just keep the situation going because I can't quit my job right now. But look at someplace else for the love and affection. You know what I'm saying? First off, yourself. I hear first off, yourself. If you're not giving yourself love and affection, nobody else is going to give it to you neither. But if you're giving it to yourself, if you've been giving it to yourself, do yourself a favor and focus more on that than what those other fools at your job are doing, because that's going to bring more to you. And if that job is not set to deliver that to you, then you're going to find yourself magically aligned with the job, location, situation, and circumstances that are. That's for somebody specific here, whoever you are. You've been dealing with some hate at work. And the more attention you give to it, the bigger it'll get. That's a law of the universe. This is not what I think. This is how the universe works, whether you like it or not. Go ahead, go home today, tell everybody about all the shit they talked about all week at work and how they were rude and disrespectful. And then next week will be repeat. Every day will repeat. Or you can just leave that shit completely out of the conversation. Find some, oh man, I came out, I came out today and three little birds sat on my window. And they told me I don't need to worry. Yeah. Or you could talk about how summer came like cinnamon, so sweet. Little girls double dutch on the concrete. You could talk about whatever you want to. You could focus on whatever you want to. You've had a habit, like so many others that taught us, of focusing on, oh, this hurts. Oh, that hurts. Oh, this hurts. And that hurts. And they hurt me. And that hurt me. And it hurt me. And she hurt me. And he hurt me. Those conversations just going to bring more of that energy in. We want to work on loving ourselves more. And then this has been, I'm picking up on this energy here. Like there's this energy of companionship and love and looking for love from them when you should be looking for love from you and from spirit and from God, because it's always there. But sometimes you get so focused on a person or a experience giving you that feeling, and then you say, but you lost that love feeling. Yeah, because people are always going to go back to doing what feels right for them at the end of the day. And then they leave you high and dry. Now you'd have got codependent because they were spoiling you, giving you all this attention for what, a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year, I don't know. And now guess who you're left with? Your real ride or die. Who's your real ride or die, class? Let me hear it. Who knows? Raise your hand. Who's your real ride or die? It's you. You're the one you came in with. You the one that's going out with you. Ain't nobody else trying to jump into your death with you. I promise. They're not trying to go down with you. You are the one that's going to ride to life and ride to die with you. You got to be down for you. And if making a choice for them or it is down for you, then by all means, go for it. But if it's not, it should not even be a consideration. It should not even be an option. Let's see who or what is going on in your environment. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah, they leaving you. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you. Next. Bye. Yeah. It feels like that. It feels like this is a fortunate turn of events where things are leaving, people are leaving, circumstances are changing for your benefit. Are you tuned to finding the benefit in it? Because sometimes this happens and it feels like, damn, that motherfucker didn't show up. I've been waiting on them to show up and they never showed up. I feel betrayed. Sometimes it looks like that. And you know what? It's better that way because they weren't going to help you no way. And it was going to lead, it was always going to lead in that direction. It was always going to lead in that direction. I feel like you have figured these things out. And yeah, when you did this work on the past, when you went back to that past relationship, you went in there, you saw the truth finally, you saw what was working, what wasn't working, you let it go. When you went back into your childhood, you saw the truth, you saw what was working, what wasn't working, you let it go. And now they get a brick wall. Now they get the door is locked. The Wheel of Fortune always looks like a door that you locked, a safe door. You're safe from that energy. They literally can't come in. The only thing that can, it's like the door only opens from the inside. They have no access unless you let them in, because you the one on the inside. And then why I hear there's some oldie song. I'm on the inside looking out. That's not the melody. That's not the tone. But that's what I heard. I'm on the inside looking out. You're on the inside looking out. You're inside of your self-love. You're working on loving yourself more. So let's see what's the guidance, because this past energy, it's like you closed the cycle on it. Like I said, somebody here, you've been sitting up here crying about some things that had happened in the past. If you know you were doing that because there was a release and it's got to go out the same way it comes in, enjoy this new energy, guidance for you. The Magician, yeah. Stop focusing on what was, start creating what you would like to see more of. This, we've been talking about this whole time. If you keep looking on the shit that you don't want no more of, you keep talking about it, being mad about it, emotional about it, sad about it, is not generating something better in your future. However, if you haven't been able to get over it, maybe you need to go into those feelings, process those feelings so you can finally freaking release it to allow this new energy to come in. Because right now, the guidance for you with the Magician power here, listen, play the games of things working out for you, play them out in your head. Play them in the physical life. Play them in your spirit. Write the book about it. Write the song about it. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. I have a sketchbook. I have a few sketchbooks, but if I draw certain things I drew, literally physically became in my reality, including this diamond ring. Like I drew it and it became in my physical reality. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, how can you use your abilities and feel the feeling of having what the fuck you want, and then it shows up? Because it looks like whatever was in the way of it, you've already closed that out. You've already changed that cycle. You have not been looking at that. That's what I see. You let it go. So what's the outcome energy here? Ooh. Okay, listen. Okay. Oh, goodness. I love this. So I'm getting 3 cards showing themselves to me for the outcome. We have the Princess of Swords. You ask, I heard, with the Princess of Swords. And then with the Knight of Wands, I heard, and it is given, right? And the 9 of Pentacles, and it's an increase. You gain it. The gain. It's the Lord of material gain. You gain it in the material world. So you ask, Spirit brings the action towards you, and you get what you want in the physical plane. The 3 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. This is positive expectation. Have you been putting your positive expectation in the past into somebody that, or something that, or just a method that just was not, it wasn't designed to come to you that way? Was coming to you, and it's coming to you as you stand in this energy of having left away, walked out of a situation that was unbrought. You did not think it was going to get that bad. I heard you did not think it was going to get that bad at all, but the shit went down, down, baby, down, down the roller coaster. But it wasn't as fun as a roller coaster. But you know, you got me on an emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing healthy. Loving you was never good for me, for me. And I finally got off that bitch. And it's like, okay, I feel better now that I finally got off that emotional roller coaster. You got into a situation that was a emotional roller coaster. But it was good for you, because when you got on that emotional roller coaster, it forced you to exercise your spirit. Some of you started going into the gym to deal with that emotional roller coaster you were living with. And now your body is starting to show the results. But what you didn't understand about that at the time was that you're exercising your spirit. Spirit was guiding you, like, leave, get out of the house, go to the gym. That's a good thing for you to do. You know what happens when you shred your physical muscles? You break up energy in your energetic field. Yes, you can work from the physical. I just like working from spiritual because, anyway, back to the message. Yeah, something happened. It was unexpected. For somebody, there was a big storm and it washed everything away. Did you have a storm come through town and it just washed everything away? Was this storm an emotional storm? Explosive, explosive, explosive. Don't, 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 don't. What's the difference between me and you? Well, the difference between me and you is when the shit blows up, I know what it means. It's time to go. And something's got to change. Something's got to give. That's what happened here. That's what you said. You're like, I'm not trying to keep doing this the same way. How many more explosions can we take? How much more? I'm just going to go off. Okay. And so now I'm hearing, because the contrast, the conflict, the disagreement, the ongoing bickering and arguing and all that stuff was evidence that those energies were not aligned, baby. If they're in alignment, they're going to come together. If they're not in alignment, they're going to fight each other. And that's what you were seeing. That's what you were figuring out. And it's like you were trying to stick yourself to something that was not aligned with your energy. Boom, explosions happen. Your gains are going to come. And it's like, so many times that feeling of love that makes you say, I'm going to stick with you. You're mine forever. I'm going to keep you. Was just meant to be a sign on the path. The sign on the path that you're headed in the right direction. There's a sign 200 miles outside of Las Vegas. It says Las Vegas in 200 miles. I'm going to look like Boo Boo the Fool if I stand under that sign. But it says Las Vegas. It says Las Vegas. Bitch, it also says 200 miles to Las Vegas. Las Vegas ain't coming to that sign. It was a signpost. So some of you met this great person. Oh my God, I think I love them. They're mine. You vibed with them and everything. They were just a sign. Keep going. You've got to keep going. Spirit is encouraging you to keep going. Life has its lessons, but don't let it discourage you. Whenever life seems to not go as you expected, don't count it as a fail. Remember that spirit is guiding you through it all. Yeah. So it happens that somebody, that was just a sign, honey. It was telling you still got some more miles to go. Keep going. But you got stuck in there. And then you wonder but everything was so great when I found you. Now it ain't nothing but a problem. You were not supposed to stay. You were supposed to keep going. They were a sign that you were headed in the right direction. So next time you get another one, first off, be open to the fact that it might just be another sign. It may not be your destination. It's probably just another sign. There's going to be a lot of signs. For example, when you're driving from anywhere to Las Vegas, there's a lot of signs that say Las Vegas that way. Las Vegas, 200 miles. Las Vegas, 180 miles. Las Vegas, 125 miles. Las Vegas, 100 miles. You're going to see a bunch of signs on your way there. Then you finally get to Las Vegas. You get what I'm saying here? So this person could look like your dream lover, but they're just a sign that your dream lover is coming. Yes, I'm so physically freaking attracted to you. Spiritually, it seems on point. Everything seems on point. Hold on, but you have pets. I don't do pets. Red flag. Oh, you must just be a sign. Not, you're going to have to let go of your pet so we can be together because I'm in love with you. You're meant to be mine. Look at all these signs and synchronicities we have. Big difference in mentality, big difference in attitude, big difference in outcome. You start trying to force some shit that ain't meant to be, you're going to end up with conflict and difficulties, you see? It might just be a sign. Is it just a sign? Most of it is just a sign. Like I said, there's a lot of signs before you reach Vegas. And then you are now entering Las Vegas. There's a sign. There's a sign. There's a sign. There are a lot of signs, though. Don't get confused about if this is a directional sign or is this an arrival sign. What kind of sign are you looking at? And stop trying to force a freaking directional sign to bring Las Vegas to you. Stop trying to force that person who is a sign that your perfect relationship is showing up to be your perfect relationship. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just supposed to be your homie. Maybe that's just supposed to be your sexiest friend you done ever had in your life. Enjoy that sexy friendship. Don't try to force it to be a romantic love ship because you're going to lose the sexy friend and you missed the point. It was a sign. It's showing you your point of alignment. If they're supposed to be with you, if you're supposed to be with them, it's gonna be mutual. It's gonna be mutual. The desire will be mutual. It will all line up. It won't be this part and that part line up, but this part and that part don't line up. It's like where one side of the puzzle piece lines up, or maybe three, but that one piece, it just doesn't line up on that side. It's gonna be what the heck it is. If you put the gear into the wrong area of the clock or the watch, it's not gonna run right. And that's when you start to have those blow-ups and those chaoses and all that stuff, right? Likewise, when we're talking about our own self-development, so some of you are attributing situations and circumstances to yourself, trying to own responsibility, trying to claim it like it's yours. It was never yours to begin with. The fact that your sister, cousin, mother, brother, auntie, step sister, whatever, don't have their life together, it's not yours. It's not yours. And if you enable them, it's only going to continue. And it'll continue in your house if you bring them home. And it'll start to affect your finances if you start to pay for their life. It's just like all these things, they're signs. For some of us, we're attracting some situations that have been not exactly pretty. And you know what? The fact that you can recognize where they're not exactly pretty, where that's exactly not what I prefer, that's a sign. Oh, you're realizing not to accept that shit no more. Well, damn, things are working out for me. See, in life, you're going to get evidence of how far you've come and signs to continue to guide you and where you need to go. Don't get those things all twisted up in your head, though. So this is what I have for our download message today. What an empowering and beautiful message. Feel free to share this on your Facebook, on with whoever you want to, repost it. However, you know somebody that needs a message. You know somebody just got broke up. You know somebody that's starting a new relationship, and you're like, I don't know about that one, girl. I don't know. You something just feel off. Send it, share it. They might need this message. You could save them some time if they get it. But I don't know. If not, don't worry about it. I ain't worried about it. Who's meant to find it is going to find it. So I want to invite the tribe. If you have purchased your membership, you have a little circle with the star next to your name here in the comments. Go ahead and put your personal question in. And then I'm going to read your alpha and omega messages, and I'll be back here to do these personal questions. I'm not leaving. I'm still going to be live. Now, I really wanted to do the live $10 question thing. Malibu suggested it. I was going to do it right now, but with the laptop not working, I have both my beautiful ones over on Wisdom app and you here on YouTube listening here together. I don't want to lose either of my audiences, so I won't be doing them live. But if you want to get your one question in, you could go ahead and send your $10, and I will do one question by question. I do have longer options available based off of time fragments, or you can go ahead and select how much time you want to talk to me for and pay the price for that, and as many questions as you could fire up and I can rapid spit these answers to, then I could definitely do those for you. But this is the information on screen. Take a screenshot of that if you need it for later, and make sure that you contact me with your question. If it has it in there, put it in there. I'm going to read your Alpha and Omega messages. It says, card number 5, it says, embrace those around you. This is Major Arcana 5, which is the Hierophant. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you, making it even more important to surround yourself with those who love you and share your beliefs. Be willing to accept help from others. You could find comfort in traditional solutions, or your heart may long to try out new ideas. Who can sing the song with you? Who's singing to the same tune? It's time for like-minded connections. Yeah. It's time for like-minded energies. And anywhere where you've been entertaining something that is not that, oh, I feel like that's what's been explosive lately. Like those blew up. A storm came through to wash it out. Yeah, you walked away from it. It walked away from you. Somebody felt abandoned in this. Yeah. From postcard for spirit, what do we have? Dearest wonderful you, to help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intention take to the wind. Your desires count and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to co-create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous prayers to move the heart and influence the world. in ways you can't possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you. So this is what I have for your download for today. I'm going to grab a tarot deck because I didn't bring one for personal questions. I'm going to grab the tarot of the Little Prince for your personal answers today. Let's see what's the messages. What's the questions? I see that Janine has requested a general message. Okay, and then I'll do a yes or no for everybody. I didn't say that before. So good on you if you're still here. Yes, you get a yes or no answer today. Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for putting in the comments. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. All the things you do for me. Thank you for your love donations. May they multiply and return to you swiftly on the wings of grace with ease and flow in beautiful, magical ways. What is the message for Janine at this time? And then we'll do your yes or no for the whole tribe. Okay, here we go. Judgment. The old way is over. This is about a rebirth. You've been liberated. The King of Swords. Libra? Yeah, Libra, you've been freed from the Libra energy. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, you do. Rebirth. It's time to look. I heard your love keep lifting me higher. This is about you elevating your life. You made choices in the past. You made choices in the past. You made the choices for the ones you made the choices for and the reasons you made the choice for them. And knowing all that, you got this freedom energy. You can totally make a different choice that's freeing and liberating. That's what I have for you. Let's get a yes or no for everyone who is live. Thank you, Malibu. She said, I'm a finisher. Love this message. Yeah, if you got to the end of this, put your message in there. Let me know you're a finisher, even especially when it's late. After I've been done recording, I love getting the notifications and I read them. So, yes or no? What's the answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The answer is no. The answer is no. The bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. This is about self-development in some sort of way. Is it time for you to do it? Is the energy shifted? Are you ready to go? No, it's not. You're going to find rejection if you try to go, because right now it's time for you to work on your own emotional stability and mastery, your own physical stability and mastery. When it's go time, it will be easy. You won't find the resistance. That will be evidence that energy has shifted. Okay. You'll know it intuitively. Nothing will stop you from going. You will get signs, synchronicities, and evidence in your physical world when it's go time for the new experience, for the new romance, for the new this, for the new that. Until then, it's like sit with the energy of emotional mastery, stabilize that. Stop focusing on the past. And if you can't, then you need to go hard into it and go into it with the ability and the desire to shift your point of attraction in it, to shift your perspective. You're looking for the other side of it that's going to help raise your vibration about it. So the yes or no for, yeah, it was, your answer was no, whatever your question was. But the explanation, like, they're not done talking about this. They wanted to talk some more about that. So now we got that out. This is what I have for you. Thank you, Blue Hoo. Until next time, my love. I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. That golden thread shines all the way through. Call love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you could treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby.